So you're curious about living in Siem Reap, Cambodia. Maybe you're considering retiring in Cambodia, or perhaps you're a digital nomad looking for your next base. Either way, you've probably seen a few videos about the cost of living in Siem Reap. But today, I'm going to give you the bigger picture, the pros and the cons of living in Siem Reap as an expat. Let's start with the good stuff, because honestly, there's a lot of it. The cost of living in Siem Reap is one of the biggest draws. You can rent an apartment for as little as £90 to £150 per month. Though if you want something more comfortable, more modern and close to town, you're likely to spend between £250 and £500. Even luxury villas are available at a fraction of Western prices. If you're comparing Siem Reap apartment prices to what you'd pay back home, trust me, it feels like a bargain. Daily life is affordable too. Eating local street food or visiting fresh markets, you can have a delicious meal for $2 to $3. A meal in a mid-range restaurant might be $5 to $10. Even if you want to splash out at a Western restaurant, you're still paying less than you would in the UK, the US or Australia. Transport is cheap as well. Tuk-tuks, motorbike rentals, even grab taxis are budget friendly. And then there's the lifestyle. Living in Cambodia as an expat means slowing down. Siem Reap has a relaxed vibe compared to Phnom Penh. The traffic is lighter, the air feels fresher, and life revolves around community, markets, and temple culture. If you're tired of stress, commuting, and sky-high bills, retiring in Siem Reap might feel like a breath of fresh air. The Khmer culture is another highlight. Festivals like Khmer New Year, Phnom Penh and Water Festival bring the city alive with music, dancing and celebrations. And while many visitors only come to see Angkor Wat, living here as an expat means you experience so much more. Hidden temples, floating villages, rice paddies and small local events you won't see in a tourist brochure. If you're a foodie, Siem Reap won't disappoint. From traditional Khmer dishes like amok and lok lak to international cuisine, you'll never run out of options. And if you enjoy cooking, the markets are overflowing with fresh fruit, vegetables, herbs and spices, all at local prices. But let's be real, life in Cambodia isn't perfect. There are some challenges you need to consider before packing your bags. First, infrastructure. While the city has developed a lot in the last 10 to 15 years, things can still go wrong. Power cuts, water shortages, or patchy internet aren't unusual. If you're working online as a digital nomad, you'll definitely want a backup data plan. Roads can also be rough, and during rainy season, flooding in some areas is common. And talking of floods, that brings me on nicely to the weather in Siem Reap. Cambodia has three main seasons: the cool season, November to February, the hot season, March to May, and the rainy season, June to October. The cool season is fantastic, warm days and cool nights. The hot season, though, can be brutal, with temperatures pushing 38 to 42. And during the rainy season, expect heavy downpours most afternoons. For some expats, the tropical climate is a dream. For others, it can be a deal breaker. Next, you need to think about healthcare in Cambodia. For basic issues, there are clinics and hospitals in Siem Reap. But for anything serious, most expats travel to Phnom Penh, Bangkok, or even Singapore. That means health insurance is non-negotiable. Don't even think about retiring in Cambodia without a good policy in place. And of course, there's the language barrier. Many Cambodians in the tourist areas speak basic English, but learning some Khmer goes a long way. It makes daily life smoother and helps you connect with locals on a deeper level. Another challenge is the cost of imported goods. While the cost of living in Siem Reap is generally low, the moment you crave imported cheese, wine, or branded electronics, you'll feel the pinch. A bottle of wine that might cost $8 back home could easily be $20 here. Same with electronics. Phones, laptops or cameras are pricier than in the West. Now, with all these pros and cons of living in Siem Reap, who is it really for? Well, if you're retiring in Cambodia and you're happy with a slower pace of life, affordable living and lots of sunshine, Siem Reap can be an amazing place to call home. If you're a digital nomad in Siem Reap, you'll love the cost savings, but you'll need to plan around the infrastructure and weather. My advice? Try renting before you commit. Start with a short-term lease, explore the neighbourhoods, check out the markets, and see if the lifestyle matches your expectation. Final thoughts. Is Siem Reap perfect? Well, no. But it is one of the most interesting, affordable, and culturally rich places you could choose for your retirement or expat adventure. Absolutely. Before we wrap up, I'd love to hear from you. If you've lived in Cambodia, what were your best and worst experiences? Drop a comment below. Your story might help someone else decide if Siem Reap is the right move for them. And if this video gave you some useful insight into the cost of living in Siem Reap, the pros and cons of living in Cambodia, or even what it's like as a digital nomad in Siem Reap, please hit that like button, share this video and subscribe for more. And hey, if you'd like to support the channel, consider buying me a coffee through the link in the description. It helps us keep exploring Cambodia and sharing real expat life with you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video where we explore even more of what life in Cambodia is really like.